iron in the soul. What's up, YouTube? This is Iron in the Soul. Back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me on Instagram at TheKingJabez, as well as my website, theironandsoul.com, where you can book a consultation or get my book. It would all be greatly appreciated. This video is sponsored by Chime. Chime makes online baking easy and is easy to set up in about 2 minutes. Once you sign up for Chime with a qualifying direct deposit, you'll receive $100. I've heard a number of good things about this banking. I think it'd be helpful for some of you men. There will be a link left in the description of this video for all of those who are interested. Now, let's get back to the video you came to listen to. Well, men, let's do some work. In today's video, I want to talk about a pro basketball player, Mikal Bridges, who has kind of been like an Iron Man in NBA. He completed another season without missing a game. I think at this point now he's had a consecutive 4 or 5 seasons, I believe, of playing without missing a game. So he is someone who I believe may possibly be on a journey of seat retention. Now, I don't know this for a fact, so this is clearly speculation at this point. But based on our research and study of this subject, for those who want my opinion on this, you can look at my videos. I have about 25, 30 up right now, discussing this principle that I believe is essential for young men in these last days. From a biblical New Testament perspective, I do believe we are in the last days. And I think that this is a discipline that men worldwide can greatly benefit from. And so here is someone who, you talk about pro sports. It's very difficult to play an entire season without injury, without sickness, without anything happening. I mean, so much can happen when you're playing at that level, traveling, where you can get the flu, you're playing with other guys who may get sick themselves. And so, to play consistently like this and to have this type of streak where he hasn't missed a game all year, and for several years, and to play at that high level, I'm convinced this young man is on retention. He's never said that publicly. He may never say that. But he reminds me of AC Green. For those of you who remember my video from maybe 2 years ago, we talked about AC Green, who was given the nickname the Iron Man. And he was also a man who was celibate for many years before getting married. And he was able to play many years with the Lakers, injury-free, without missing games. And so for you guys who watch this video, you may think to yourself, okay, Iron, that's great for them. These are pro basketball players. What's the value of that to me? I don't play sports. I'm just a regular guy. And that's a good question. Well, in his case, he played a consecutive 392 games, which is very impressive for anybody to play sports, especially at an elite level such as the NBA. And this is a word of wisdom for you guys who follow me who play sports. A number of you guys are at this level now playing college football, basketball. Some of you guys who follow me are even at the pro level. And so I'm going to continue to encourage you guys who are athletes, bodybuilding, this is something that's for you to keep yourself in elite shape to compete at that high level. But for the rest of you men, the vast majority of us who are not playing college sports or either professional sports, whether that be football, basketball, soccer, hockey, UFC. I had one guy follow me who was a UFC fighter, still follow me probably, and so just seeing you guys who are in that world, there is a word of wisdom for regular guys. A number of you men who follow me are blue collar workers. So as a man working a job 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 60, some of you guys are putting in 40, 60 hours every single week to survive, to take care of yourself, take care of your family. Seat retention can help you to stay strong enough to work that brutal hard labor. Some of you guys are driving trucks for 10, 15 hours a day. Some of you men work in factories. Some of you men are tradesmen. Some of you guys are building homes. So a lot of you guys who follow me are regular men. And by the way, nothing wrong with being a regular man, by the way. Let's be clear on that. You don't have to be famous or an athlete to be important. If you are a man working and taking care of your family, that is important. And you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man. And that is something we should honor and respect. And from a scripture perspective, the Bible is very clear with that one. If a man doesn't work, he should not eat. You know what I'm saying? So we have to work, and no one's going to respect any grown man who's not doing something to provide for himself and for his family. So for you men who are putting in hours each week, barbers cutting hair, you guys who are tradesmen, you men who work in factories, you guys who might drive a bus or a truck, you men who are rehabbing houses, you guys who are, working in barbershops, entrepreneurs, you got your own business, you're on a computer, you're traveling, whatever it may be, you are somewhere spending 40 to 60 hours a week grinding, working, blood, sweat, and tears. And so retention, and from my experience too, it helped me to really helped in the past, and even right now currently, it helps me to maintain a very difficult schedule. In addition to doing Iron and Soul videos, I have a business with my wife. I have other things I'm involved in. I'm in the gym working out. I have 3 children. And so I have a lot of responsibilities each and every day, which is why I'm recording this video even tonight. This is being recorded late at night after being busy all day. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, all of us can benefit, right, from that extra boost, right? It gives you that edge. And with retention, it gives you that energy, that strength. And you can even see it in this young man's countenance. If you go look him up, this basketball player I'm referring to, I went to his IG page. I got curious. I said, I got to look this guy up. Never heard of him before. This is my first time ever hearing about this guy. And so I go to his IG page, look at his pictures. I'm looking at him, looking at his countenance, his disposition. And I say, you know what? This guy's on retention. Okay, he hasn't said it. He probably won't never say that. But you can tell. There is a glow that you have. There is an energy, an aura, a disposition that those of us who are on the journey can pick up on. And it comes through, having that strong countenance, having that mental toughness that's necessary to be successful as a man. And really something that I have been an advocate of my entire time on YouTube, right now 3 years and about 4 months to be exact. I have been an advocate and will continue to be an advocate of returning back to a number of ancient principles for manhood and masculinity, and this is one of them. We're talking about the ancient Spartans. They were aware of this discipline. I think about someone like Shaka Zulu and his warriors over in Africa. A lot of those guys were celibate. Think about UFC fighters, boxers, pro basketball players like LeBron James, Muhammad Ali. You guys know the drill. And so this is something that can help you as a guy in 2023 really tap into your masculinity. And especially for some of you guys who may be a little younger, you guys who are 18, 19, 20, you really need to get a handle on this. Because what I see right now is a culture that is being fostered, created, pushed to overly sexualize the next generation of men. To have you obsessed with porn. To have you obsessed with images of women who you may never see, who may not even look like that in real life. And so it's creating this fantasy world that you run to escape the, at times the routine of your regular life. And so I want to encourage you, a part of honestly returning back to manhood is really just accepting and owning the simplicity of your real life, right? You say, Aaron, what are you talking about? A simple life is a good life. Getting up, working each day as a man. I'm going to talk to you. Taking a shower, eating your breakfast, lunch, dinner, spending time with your daughters, your sons, working a job, enjoying your wife or your female friend, whoever it may be, baby mama. That's real life. Social media, what you see on the internet, that's one thing, right? These are people who we don't know, and in many cases, they cut their camera off, their phone off, their images, and then their life sucks. They show you the highlights, and many of you are living your life trying to compete with someone's image that may not be how they really feel. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what am I saying? I'm trying to encourage you to enjoy or here's how I'm going to put this. You think about spiritual disciplines. Simplicity of life is actually one of them. When I spent my time in the past studying theology and spiritual warfare, and I still do today, by the way, but in the past I studied it more in my former training days, one of the disciplines of Christianity is simplicity of life. Did you guys know that? So it is a discipline to enjoy the everyday, quote unquote, boring things that you do. That's strength. And so when you can begin to enjoy that, right? Working, being at home with your family, enjoying your meals. This is what gives you peace. A lot of times you're on your phone scrolling because you're trying to escape the reality of what your life really is. And so I believe with retention, it has a way of grounding you as a man and forcing you to own what is your life, right? To accept that for what it is and to not get complacent. I'm not saying that, but to see it for what it is, enjoy that, but also find very real, concrete ways, to improve that. And that is a benefit of this journey. It helps to stabilize you and to get you in a place where, you know what I'm going to say now, when you put your purpose over pleasure. And when you are a man of purpose, you are okay with routine. Okay? Think about somebody like, for example, like Kobe Bryant, for example. I'm just talking from the hip now. No notes for this video. This is all just from Iron's mind. No notes for this. Didn't study this, just speaking from the hip. Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe was someone who understood the discipline of simplicity. You say, Iron, what do you mean by that? When Kobe was waking up every morning, okay, at 3:30 a.m., he said 3, he was there training by 4. So he was up at 3 something. He wasn't up at 4, he was training by 4. You did. So here's a guy who was up at 3:30 a.m. on the court, gym shoes laced up. You understand? Ready to go at 4 a.m. I'm pretty sure that wasn't always fun, right? I'm pretty sure he didn't always enjoy that. But he understood the importance of that discipline because he had to go. He knew that at some point he was going to be at that Staples Center Stadium in LA before that huge crowd of people with that gold jersey on, getting it in. And so he was able to lock in and to discipline himself for shooting the same shot probably over and over again, right? Running the same drills, lifting weights, doing some of the same routines, disciplining himself. I've even heard rappers say this, like Lil Wayne, for example. Repetition is the father of learning. You know, so when we want to achieve something as men, this will often require us doing something that may be quote unquote boring over and over again and disciplining ourselves in that way to go forward. And so I do believe that this is a word of wisdom for you. I hope this will encourage you to continue on the journey, to stay strong. And this is a word for all men, athletes, blue collar workers. Any man can benefit from this talk today. Stay strong as iron, guys. Stay focused. This is your big brother, Iron the Soul, man. Thanks for watching this video. God bless. Peace.